What's popping, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy RaiR again today. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. Fantastic. Thank you all for your support, and thank you for those of you who keep sharing my content. Please help me grow this channel, right? If you haven't already, do subscribe, like this video, and continue to share it. I'd like to continue to grow this channel. Thank you guys so much for your support. Also, I've got my social media handles, Instagram and TikTok down there. Go follow. And my email. Reach out to me for collaboration or any other subjects you'd like me to cover. I'm open to it. Today's subject, let's dive into it, is Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, one man within the manosphere who has been lending his voice to the sort of things we're witnessing in society today, aka the agenda to emasculate men and have our boys grow thinking that being a man is just a toxic thing when men are custodians. So Tate, former competitive fighter who is successful for himself, I believe over the past few months probably noticed a gap within the manosphere since the passing of Kevin Samuels, and he ramped up his whatever he was doing behind the scenes to fill that gap, and it was working until they chose to clip his wings. Now the problem with that is not that they clipped one man's wings. It's you and I that they're wagging their fingers at. It's you and I that they are threatening. And they have in fact put a gagging order on. Cast your minds back to when they banned President Trump from Twitter. A lot of people celebrated, particularly those on the blue side of things or the far left. I'm no American, but I, from afar, observe a little bit of what happens there. However, I wasn't in love with President Trump. I didn't agree with everything he says, as every human being should have their own opinion and critical thinking. But I understood that President Trump was a disruptor, a very necessary, required disruptor that came to shake up the table so those who would understand or those who understood would capitalize on that opportunity to get themselves in order. They did not like it. And as a result, yeah, a lot. I mean, so many of you supported him being banned from Twitter. I get it. I had that conversation with a few friends, and some of them just didn't really like the man, but they failed to understand the strategic positioning of that man, the strategic contribution, the importance of his position at that particular point in time. And they thought, yeah, ban him. I said, if they would ban a whole president of the United States of America, who's next? And he thought, no, it's well overdue. They better ban him and this and that and that. He didn't think our freedom of speech was being threatened. Well, here we are now. And some of you who do not actually know Andrew Tate wouldn't think this is any big deal. I get it. But you see, the problem is this. I'm not lending my voice because I'm a fan of Tate or I agree with everything he says, but I do see reasons and agree with majority of what he has to say. Perhaps even agree with him maybe 1-2%, but that's normal again. I have my own mind. I don't think the man was saying anything wrong. I have consumed a few bits and bobs of what he has actually released. I'm not one of his troops. Loyal troops who follow him, and he also had another platform that people have to subscribe to with a monthly fee, and then you have to post him. I'm not that deep, I'm not that deep. Here and there I watch him on some other people's channels when he was not banned on YouTube that he featured. They had conversations, etc. Yeah, I get it. But the problem here is not just about the man giving his opinion on things. Simply supporting younger men to grow to be men, to be the best version of themselves, to grow in discipline, to understand the need, right, for principles, to be accountable for themselves. Young men growing to be simply men, to just be men. And as society would have it today, they want every man becoming something else apart from being a man, because if you are toxic. toxic masculinity. Now they banned him from every social media platform: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, name it. But the most surprising one was Uber. Because I watched some parts of his interview with Patrick Bet-David, and I'm yet to finish it. Hopefully after this, at some point I will, and I will react to that properly. But when I had the mention of Uber, I was wondering, what's Uber got to do with all of this? And this tells you that some people in the high echelon sat down and made this decision. They wanted to set an example of this guy, because it's not him that they are after. They're after you and I. You and I. You see, tomorrow, they've done it with Trump, got away with it. They're doing it to Tate now. And if they get away with this, they would have succeeded. I don't know what your own thinking of the right course of action to retaliate or respond to this would be. I'm not asking or calling for any violent behavior here, no. But we must, in our own little ways, remind them that we are present, that we cannot watch this ride. Very soon, I'm looking into setting a Rumble account, because this is nonsense. This is absolutely uncalled for. Every human being has freedom of speech, and we mustn't be regulated on how to exercise it. And that's the point I'm making here. Gentlemen, ladies, tomorrow it will be you. If not on the platforms, it will be in person. You dare not use the wrong pronouns, or you dare not tell your 4-year-old who could barely twiddle their fingers correctly what to do and what not to do, and how to be and how not to be, and what they think they are, if it's right or wrong. Ladies, tomorrow it will be you sharing bathroom with persons you don't feel safe around, or probably for some one thing or the like you share with a TR persons, or a biological female, right? I mean, if you haven't watched Matt Welsh's documentary on What is a Woman, go watch that and you would laugh. You would laugh at people, the same educated persons, medical and professors, right? People in academia who cannot even tell you what a woman is. Because ladies, your biological state has become a construct. Therefore, anybody could say they're a woman. You see, now the battle is shifting from men versus women to women versus, the TRs, right? However, we need to collectively lend our voices to this thing. This is nothing to do with political party or anybody. Anybody who understands the need for freedom of speech ought to rise and say something, at least from their own corner. Make your little statement in a very, very diplomatic way, of course. Do not do any violent thing, but just remind these people that we are our own persons, and we have the right to exercise our freedom of speech. You mustn't be shackled. You and I mustn't be gagged and told what to say, what not to say. Yes, we ought to take responsibility for what comes out of our mouths and speak. Understand that the freedom of speech is within reasonable boundary for those who might not have the ability to filter through or digest properly for themselves. Yes, I get it. We mustn't send false messages or indoctrinate people with information that could potentially mislead them. No, I get it. But not to the point of regulating who speaks, who doesn't, just because they feel like it. Because if they did care about you and I wish that was the case. If they did care about you and I, or our younger ones, they would know that they should not be banning nor censoring parents nor persons who have raised their voices to twats in schools who leave vital, essential lessons that would help your children become good people, become prepared for life tomorrow. They would allow such persons remain in their position and ban parents and persons like you and I who might be concerned about the indoctrination about their sexuality and other things and speak out about it. They would ban and threaten such persons, but leave these confused.comers. Why? They don't care about you, and they don't even care about us, you know? It's very, 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 it's a downer. It's a downer in my opinion, and I'm lending my voice because I do not think that this is right. I do not think this is right. I don't know if they're going to lift that ban or not, but whether or not they do, we ought to remind them that we cannot back down in the face of such challenge, that they dare not gag us. It wouldn't happen. Because after Tate now, who's next? See, I see a lot of people who have bigger platforms distancing themselves from this thing. I need not name names, but you know yourselves. And how you can go to bed at night and sleep with your conscience clear, I do not understand. Because as I say, I get it, money is good, but love is currency. And love for humanity. Love for humanity. Because that's why I'm speaking on this subject. Love for humanity. Love for the freedom and liberty of humans. Those who fight and claim to champion the cause of freedom and liberty. This is your time now. But for those of you who are just on platforms for the sake of the bags and the banners and the Benjis, boy. Anyway, it is what it is. But here's the thing. For me, right here, from this channel, I stand against this. And I stand against banning people who hold opposing views to mine. It's okay. We can talk about it. I need to hear their side of the conversation so they can hear me too. And let's have that conversation. Let's have discussions. These are necessary conflicts. It's important that we allow both sides in every room for such conversations. When it comes to Tate, it's not even a conversation. The man is just helping certain people correct cause, because majority of our boys are learning to be men on social media platforms today. Just like our girls are constantly consuming the posts and encouragement of the golfers who trade their naked pictures on certain platforms to make money, showing them that you can microwave your way through life, not bothered on principle nor discipline. Nobody's banning them. Nobody's even censoring them. Nobody, because they're not concerned about your daughters picking up such things. Nobody is talking about it. Well, people are talking about it, but I don't see these so-called high echelon persons banning such people and saying, no, our daughters and sons are at risk of consuming your very toxic thinking and way of life. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Anyway. Gentlemen, ladies, I want to know your thoughts. This is my rant on this subject, but bear one thing in mind. I did not start this channel just for clout nor for the revenue. I want to grow this, and I know this channel is going to get big. It's going to get big. As I said, I will create my Rumble account just in case, because I tell you one thing I will not do. And this is the difference between the real men and wimps who will sit in corners just so they don't do this and that and they tiptoe and dance around. No! Men are custodians. We help maintain and preserve order in society. And we cannot see things going wrong rampantly, left, right, and center, and we keep quiet. We cannot. We must rise in the face of oppression. And we must remind the oppressor that our freedom is paramount to our being, and they will not take it from us. Gentlemen, RaiR one. Until the next one, all I wish you is peace.